Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I'm Simura here, and in today's video we sure got something that is really different because we're gonna be talking about Multiversus, and this is an upcoming fighting game, and thankfully I was provided a code for the game's closed alpha by WB, so thanks them very much for this so that I can check it out and talk to you guys about it. And don't worry, you will be able to get your hands on this by yourself because there is an open beta coming up, I believe in July, so you can certainly check it out. Now, Multiversus is a platform fighting game. At least that is the term that I like to use for these games. The goal here is to knock the opponent off of the stage, and there are different modes of play. Obviously, you can play 1v1 or you can play a team battle, which is 2 versus 2. In 1v1, the player that scores 2 knockouts are the winner or is the winner, and in 2v2 the team that scores 4 knockouts in total wins, right? And Multiversus is a free-to-play game, and with that comes some sort of a stigma, because a lot of players and a lot of consumers in general, they expect I don't want to really say it, but they expect a lower level of quality, or at least a lower level of budget when they are experiencing a free-to-play product. But I want to say that I actually was really impressed in Multiversus with this aspect, because visually the game have a very cool art style, right? I think the characters looks really cool, and they are fully voice acted and really well animated. Obviously, when you first put out this closed alpha, you will find that not every character is unlocked. You kind of have to unlock them with points. Unfortunately, Batman and Superman were not available, so during this closed alpha I was able to try out Wonder Woman, I tried out Harley Quinn, and a little bit of Shaggy and a little bit of Tom and Jerry, right? And I had a lot of fun with these guys, but throughout this footage you will mostly see Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman. Obviously, I'm not the best at these type of games. I never really tried them out competitively, but I really enjoyed my time here with the 1v1. I will say more especially than the 2v2, but I will get into the gameplay aspect a little bit later. Let me first talk about the good, what I really liked, and the first thing I said is, yeah, the visual and the overall quality of the user visual experience. I found that to be really appealing. Now, another thing that I must say is a great element of this game is the fact that it have crossplay, and that the netcode is very good. Obviously, Multiversus uses rollback netcode, and it's implemented fantastically well here. Even in games with 4 players, when you're playing 2v2, the netcode from my experience held up fantastically, and the fact that you have crossplay make it so that you will find games fast. I found games super fast in Multiversus, like you get in matches within seconds, and this is a closed alpha, right, where there is not that many players online. So this honestly astounded me. Like, obviously we all know how it is with some of the recent fighting games. I'm King of Fighters, but yeah, here within 30 seconds you pick your character, you pick the type of match that you want to play, pick your character, and bam, 30 seconds you're in a match. And that is just fantastic. I have to give them a really high praise for this because it's great. Now let's talk about the game itself, right? Because this, like I said, is a platform fighter. The idea here is to hit the opponent. When you hit them, you're building some sort of a stagger bar, like you will see a number next to the opponent character, and the higher that the number goes up, the more likely that they will get knocked out of the stage with your next big hit. And obviously it follows a formula that you will know most likely, right? There is a dodge button, there is a strike button, where if you just press like let's say you're playing on PlayStation, if you just press neutral and square, you will do an attack, direction and square, you will do another. There is a button for specials, there is a button for dodges. It's a very basic formula that you will get the hang of. And obviously, if you got knocked out of the stage, you will want to use your recovery moves, you want to use your special, you want to use your dodges to get back into the arena. Now, one thing I will say is that I really enjoyed about this game as well is the fact that the tutorial here is actually very good. Like I said, I'm someone who is more of a traditional fighting game player. Games like Street Fighter, Tekken, etc. are more of my forte. I never really tried out the competitive like Smash, for example, right? But the tutorial here actually did a fantastic job of getting me up to speed because I was able to find lessons on what I wanted. Like I never really understood like how do you recover like once you get knocked out, and they will tell you like you have 2 jumps, you have 2 air attacks, 2 dodges, etc. Right? They will tell you exactly what you can do, and the lessons here are very important. I will say after you check out or after you complete the tutorial, make sure that you check out the advanced tutorial because it will give you a lot of ideas on the air combat and recovery and general movement, dodging and all of that. What is here I found to be really great. Now obviously the game does have a free-to-play structure. There is a battle pass. I assume it's gonna be a paid battle pass and you will get to unlock some content due to that, like say costumes, stickers, icons, etc. And I found that to be that is to be expected, I guess, in the free-to-play market. So it is something that you have to keep in mind. And finally, what I wanted to say is personally I found the 1v1 mode to be a little bit more fun than the 2v2. 2v2 is obviously more focused on teamwork because characters actually have a lot of abilities that can help with the the battle. Like let's say for example with Wonder Woman, you can shield your allies. You can like if the opponent is of your or if your ally is about to get knocked out with like you can grab them with a lasso. There are some things here that are really fun for 2v2. But obviously, I think it's gonna be a little bit easier to play with a friend, and I can see it being a lot of fun. For me, right now, I find it more fun to play in 1v1. The game also have a really good training mode. It is actually pretty descriptive, which I found also to be really good. Like for example, you can pick like say I picked Wonder Woman and went into the training mode. They actually call it the lab, which is a very cool like inside FGC term, and I found that to be interesting. But yeah, you will check out the lab and it will tell you, for example, that yeah, neutral bead or neutral square does this, up square does this, down square does this, and there are a lot of mechanics in like within the characters, right? It's not that straightforward. For example, with Wonder Woman, if you use her shield to absorb projectile, or if you could like say you will use her shield to absorb projectile, you will build up like a braces meter that then you can cash out with the down and square attack, and that will do a lot of damage. You can cancel the normals into specials or dodges. The movement feels fluid and it feels really fast. Honestly, there is a lot of fun to be had here. I'm still learning these games because obviously I'm super new to them, but from what I played I found to be really fast, and I have to give them very high praise for the quality of the netcode, the fact that it does have crossplay between PlayStation, PC and Xbox, and obviously the speed of the matchmaking, which blew me away. I honestly expected to struggle a little bit finding games, but I found them lightning fast. And I hope that you guys will be able to try it out for yourself when it comes out next July, when you get to try out the open beta. I find it to be really fun, and I can see myself actually playing this and having some fun with it. I will continue playing the closed alpha, and hopefully maybe provide you with more insight when I get a little bit better at it. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. It helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter and Twitch pages in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.